We are coming on the air with heartbreaking news out of the Middle East. The Department of Defense confirms a U.S. service member from Bellevue is among the dead from an Iranian drone attack on a U.S. base. Good evening, I'm Brian Mastery.
And I'm Erin Sullivan. Officials say Sergeant First Class Noah Tietjens was killed in a drone attack on Sunday in Kuwait. He enlisted in the Army Reserve in 2006 as a vehicle mechanic and worked with a logistics detachment out of Des Moines. This was Tietjens' third deployment to Kuwait. He was previously sent there in 2009 and 2019. He
was highly decorated, winning the Army Commendation Medal, the National Defense Service Medal, and the Global War on Terrorism Expeditionary Medal, among many others. President Trump voiced his sympathies for all the fallen Americans on Sunday.
As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen.
Statements from officials are pouring into our newsroom right now. Nebraska Senator Deb Fischer saying, quote, "It is with profound sadness that I learned one of Nebraska's own was killed in Kuwait during Operation Epic Fury. Bruce and I extend our deepest condolences to Sergeant First Class Noah Tietjens' family as they navigate this unimaginable grief. His courage and sacrifice in service to our nation will be forever honored."
Senator Pete Ricketts saying, "My heart and prayers are with the Tietjens family as they mourn the loss of their heroic son. May we always remember and honor the sacrifices made by Noah Tietjens and the Tietjens family." Nebraska Congressman Don Bacon, who has an extensive military background himself, says, "A proud Nebraskan who served our nation in the U.S. Army Reserve, a native of Bellevue, he dedicated his life to defending our country and protecting the freedoms we hold dear. No words can fully express the sorrow his family and friends are enduring in this unimaginable loss," adding that his family is praying for their family.
And Representative Mike Flood calling this heartbreaking, saying it is a sobering reminder that our troops are putting their lives on the line as America tries to stop Iran from becoming a nuclear power. Our prayers are with the Tietjens family as we all grieve Sergeant Tietjens' loss and honor his service to our country.